Hey, what's good with you guys? This is Ronaldo Hernandez. Today I'm going to make a quick video about rotating meat sources. So kind of being on like some type of a rotation diet. Um, Now the reason why I'm doing this is I read Paul Chek's book, which is a very good book called How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. And one thing that he kind of preaches about, and it's a very good idea to be on, is going on a rotation diet. What this is that like so the diet is set up in a cycle of like a 4 day period. So one day you eat one group of the animals and plants listed on that day. Second day you eat another group of animals and plants on that day. Third day, same thing. And then last day, same thing. And on the fourth day, the day after that one, you go back to day one and eat those foods from that day. Um, Now, the reason why it's set up like that is because it's it helps you it helps to limit the exposures that one may get from either animals or foods, and it limits the exposure of the potential like allergens or toxins that may be in the food as well. Um, you know, I looked into it and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. And it actually helped me discover um, a lot of the problems I was having with certain foods, because some foods I feel good on, but more specifically plants. But yeah, some foods I would feel really good on, but then I feel like would really flare me up. And then I kind of realized, huh, this like grains, I cannot tolerate grains at all. Like they flare my body up so much. But I could tolerate like mangoes or potatoes. I feel like I could digest them, but I noticed with the whole oxalate thing, I pee more frequently when I eat a higher amount of oxalates. So, that's how I've been able to figure things out pretty quickly in terms of what food is like flaring me up and such. Another thing too is what you may call it. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, but anyways, it's kind of nice being on this rotation diet because it gives you like a variety of things, and it's kind of like it's each day is kind of different. You get to eat a whole different group of foods. The next day is something kind of different, so it's kind of like you get a little bit of everything. However, being on this rotation diet though, he says he has a guideline where you only eat 2 to 3 things at once during that day of the list of foods that you could eat that day. So let's say day one, out of the list, let's say you choose to eat beef, potatoes, and mangoes. 'Cause that's some of the foods on that list for that day. So if you choose those 3 foods, that's the only foods you can eat for that whole day. And then it's the same thing for every other day. For all the other days, except that you just choose within the food list for that day. So um, so that the limited amount of different sorts of foods you can eat for that day, in my opinion, and also from results from his, I guess you could say, clinical experience or practice, whatever, is that people do better on limiting the amount of things they eat within a day too, because uh, believe it or not, man, variety is not a good thing. And to an extent, like eating all different types of food at once could really wreak havoc on your gut, and it could be too much for the digestive system to absorb and digest food. It's like it's just stressing your gut out more the more different types of foods you eat at once. So limiting the amount of different kinds of things you eat it's a lot, you know, it's a lot easier for your gut to handle. Um, Now, the diet that he recommends, or yeah, like the one of the rules that he recommends for the diet is that you should rotate, you know, everything for that day. So that's animals and the plants that you eat. However, though, he does say you could do you could start off with just rotating meats, which is what I'm doing right now. I was doing everything, you know, I was rotating plants um, as well, and the miscellaneous portion of the list, which is just like, you know, condiments or certain condiments, or you know, other things other than like plants and like meat. So like I'm talking about like, let's see an example. 'Cause I have the book right here. It's like peanuts, nuts, certain spices, certain oils, and things of that nature that you have to rotate as well being on a diet. But me, well, I don't eat really many spices or anything like that. Once in a while I do. Well, actually, lately I've been kind of eating like more honey and stuff like that. But anyways, I was rotating the carb sources, but then I found out that like a lot of the plants were flaring me up. So I'm doing like a low oxalate thing right now. Well, it's only like right now I'm only eating like papaya, mangoes, and like squash. You know, that's the only carb sources I can actually tolerate. My bad. And damn, what was he gonna say? Damn, I forgot. Anyways, though, yeah, I'm doing the low oxalate thing, and then but I still rotate my meat sources. So I like doing that too because I feel like every type of animal has something different to offer. You know, like let's say like chicken or eggs, they have like a higher zinc ratio. Um, Pork has higher amounts of thiamine. Seafood, you know, you get the omega 3s from there. You know, and meat or red meat, you know, ruminant animals, you get I feel like a higher amounts of the B vitamins. You know, so uh, I mean, I feel like the diet has helped me kind of limit my exposure to certain things that could be harming me, or you know, eating too much of, and that could harm me. And then it kind of gives me more of a variety to eat per day, and it's also a good form of an elimination diet because you know you get to see how your body reacts to certain foods, and you know what, for that day, you know or for that day you eat that certain thing and it flares you up, well the next day you won't eat it again because now you know, and you got something else to eat too. You have to kind of have to plan for it, you know, and it makes planning easier too on what to eat. You know, you stay, it's already set up. Like you just choose these foods and bam, that's it. You know, I do notice I had to go to the market like at least like twice a week sometimes. But I feel like you know that's a good amount of times to go to the market. You know, if you want to eat like fresh food or eat better quality foods. So yeah. So I'm gonna just send that video there.